Is my boyfriend just using me? So me, 21F, and my boyfriend, 22M, have been dating for 2 years. We're in a long-distance relationship and we've only been physically together for about 2 months in total out of the 2 years we've been dating. My boyfriend is basically broke and has been in and out of different jobs for years. He'd been living with his mom, but as of now, he lives with some friends who are taking care of him while he tries to look for jobs. He has never been to my home country and the only times we've been together have been thanks to me traveling to his country and staying with him. I've paid for everything while I'm visiting him, his food, an apartment for us to stay in, my flights there and back home, shopping, transportation etc. I've always bought or handmade him thoughtful gifts and even gave him my 2 old phones. He ended up giving the other phone to his little brother, and although I do not appreciate regifting, his family is not well off, so I didn't mind it. All in all, I've embarrassingly spent probably close to 10K on this man. Money is not really an issue for me. I took 2 gap years after high school and worked full-time while living with my parents. I'm very grateful for the possibility to do so, and I was able to save up a good amount of money. Currently I'm a university student living on my own. I have never had any issue with spending money on people I love. Acts of service and gift-giving/receiving are my love languages, and making others happy makes me happy. The problem is I have never gotten anything from him, even when he has had the money to do something in return. No flowers, no gifts, no love letter. I don't think a gift has to cost much or anything at all. There are so many things in this world that can be handmade or done with very little effort or money. Not once has he offered to pay for dinner or get me anything at all. But earlier this year he promised to take me on a trip. He said he'd pay for everything. Later on it turned into him only paying for his own ticket or the hotel. And then on the day of booking the trip he tells me he doesn't have any money because he sent his paycheck to his mom, who I've never been allowed to meet by the way, and he's always talking about what an awful mother she is and only cares about money. This has been an ongoing issue for a long time. He's basically always providing everything he makes to his mom and used to borrow money from me because he didn't have money for food. In total I've borrowed him around $400 throughout the years, and at this point I've lost hope in ever getting paid back. Even though I know and understand that he can't treat me the same way I treat him, the problem is even when he has had the opportunity to do something for me, he always ends up placing me second. I've done so much for him and then getting nothing in return just makes me feel completely unappreciated and used. I think the saying "if he wanted to he would" is so fitting. Because I truly think that if you care about a person, you will make the effort and see the efforts you've received. Long distance is hard, but I've never been worried about cheating. The problem is just the lack of communication. I think a call every day is not too much to ask for. If a call isn't possible on some days, at least an hour or 2 of dedicated, undivided time for texting would be ideal. But unfortunately we only call maybe once a week or every other week. I always have to beg for a FaceTime call, but either he's too busy with something else or he doesn't want to call because his friends are going to interrupt and listen. The only times he calls me is when he has something to tell me, never really cares about if I have something I want to call about. Sometimes he has agreed to call but then just ended up playing games with his friends and expected me to just quietly watch. My breaking point might have been yesterday. It was our 2-year anniversary and I had planned for us both to order a pizza and eat together on FaceTime while just talking and catching up. He recently got a freelancing job and has a deadline of 4 days for a project. So when I asked for a call on our anniversary he was very sorry about not having the time for that because of the project. I was honestly sad, but he's been looking for a good paying job for a long time, so I'm proud of him for finally getting hired, and I understood the situation. We can always celebrate on another day, right? I did tell him that I could just watch him work on FaceTime. I just wanted to actually see him and spend time together because it was our anniversary after all. But it turned into an argument and we just ended up not talking for the whole day. I was then scrolling my Instagram discovery page out of boredom and came across a picture of a girl in lingerie, posted 2 hours ago, and liked by my boyfriend, followed 2 on top of that. Honestly, I just burst into tears on that same second. I'm not the crazy jealous type and I don't mind celebrity crushes, and I know we're all humans and we will see beautiful people as attractive. However, I am very much against showing attraction and attention for someone who is not me. If you're dating me, I want you to be respectful and not embarrass me by acting dumb on social media. Liking inappropriate pictures online is an intentional choice and there's literally no need to be liking stuff like that if you're in a relationship. Seeing it and then acting on it is where it all goes wrong. So all I could think of was, he doesn't have time to talk to me on our anniversary but has time to scroll social media and thirst over half-naked women. Honestly disgusting. Again, I'm just left feeling like a second option and not important enough, not pretty enough. Never enough. I love him very much and this short, or pretty long, text about the things he has done wrong are obviously not enough to give a whole picture of what kind of person he is. But I'm just tired. I want to feel loved and I want to be appreciated. I want to receive surprise gifts and feel seen. I love him a lot and we've been through a lot of stuff together. We're both each other's first everything, so that makes me feel even more devastated if this won't be the guy I marry. But I'm just starting to feel like he will never change. Financial issues affect all aspects of life and mental health, and I try to keep hoping that things will get better as we grow and that it'll all be worth it in a few years and we'll move in together and all of that, but for now I'm just so exhausted and I just want to hear what other people think. I've never posted anything on Reddit, but I'm honestly just desperate for someone to hear me out, so here I am, sharing too much. Wanted to come on here to see if anyone is or has been in a similar situation in any way or just wants to give me some advice. Would love to hear stories from other people. Edit. Just want to add that even though I am fully aware of the unfairness in my relationship and the fact that I deserve the same amount of love I give, he is and will always be my best friend. As a boyfriend he most definitely hasn't been the best, but as a friend, he means the world to me. I don't want to defend him, and we've fought more during the past year than we have been on good terms. I fought for things to work out and so has he. And as sad as it sounds, it just feels too hard to let go something I put so much of my energy and love into. I want to think that he is trying his best, but his efforts just aren't what I need or expect. He does seem to listen to my needs, and it's not like he has never changed his ways when it comes to certain things. I think what I wanted to say is that I just wish I wouldn't have to ask for change. I just wished I'd be worth changing for. But hearing these replies hurts because I know everyone is right and I know everyone is telling me what I need to hear. But the truth **king hurts. Are we allowed to curse here? Thank you to everyone for the replies. Red heart.